Hello, ladies and gents, and awesome day on this beautiful Saturday night. I might as well give you guys a college football video. I know this is a little bit different content for me, but you guys, I'm a big college football fan, and I want to change my content a little bit. Don't get me wrong, I'm still going to be doing political content, but I might as well do a little bit of a different video for you guys. So, thanks for tuning in. Let me actually enjoy this content. Do you like me trying something new? Let me know your thoughts, or you say, I hate this content. Get back to your political content. Let me know your thoughts about this in the comment section below. But I'm going to be going over all the top 25 games we had today. Really, really great slate, guys, we had today. And let's get into it. So the first game we're going to talk about is 16th-ranked Virginia going on the road into Chapel Hill to take on North Carolina. Virginia, they barely get this win. North Carolina is not a very good team, guys. Bill Belichick, you got to give Bill Belichick some time. I mean, North Carolina, they're okay, but let's be honest, guys. This is not, Virginia's, I think, still a good team. Not a great win, though. Not a great win. It's not a good look for them. Virginia's still good. I think, they beat Louisville on the road. They beat Florida State. So Virginia's not a bad team, but still not a great performance against North Carolina. Now we're going to talk about 18th-ranked South Florida taking on Memphis. Memphis comes back. They were down like 31-17, and they bounce back and come back to beat South Florida. That's a great win for Memphis. They come back. I watched the ending of this game. Memphis comes back, and this game was super important for the group of five. You know, guys, last week Memphis had that terrible loss to UAB. That was a terrible loss. UAB is a terrible football team. They were 2-4, so that was a good performance by Memphis. But they bounced back with a big one against a really good USF team who was 18th ranked in the country. I don't know if Memphis will be re-ranked or not. We'll see what happens with that. But I think USF can still make the playoffs. They're not out of it, but not a good loss. Now let's get to ABC game of the week. Ole Miss, Oklahoma. Oklahoma does a Hail Mary and comes short like it always does. Ole Miss gets this win. Not too surprising. I picked Ole Miss. I expected Ole Miss to win this game, and they did just that. So Ole Miss did beat Oklahoma on the road in Soonerville. So Ole Miss got the win over Oklahoma. And yep, that's all to talk about there. And then in Bloomington, UCLA gets destroyed by Indiana. I thought UCLA was going to play competitive against Indiana. I was completely wrong. Indiana demolished UCLA. And guys, Indiana is a really great team. Last year, Indiana was just good. They lost to Notre Dame in the first round of the college football playoff. They lost to UCLA. They destroyed UCLA today. And UCLA's been on a hot streak. They beat Penn State. That was their big win. Even though Penn State's fallen off, who else did they beat? They beat Michigan State on the road, and then last week they beat Maryland. But Indiana's a really good team. So I'm not surprised about this result. I'm a little surprised. I thought UCLA was going to compete. But Indiana just destroyed UCLA, which is, is that surprising? Not really. It's a little surprising for me. A lot of people picked Indiana to cover the spread. Indiana was like 27-point favorites. Surprising for me, but most people wasn't surprising. But anyway, guys, let's move on to the next game. Next game, it's Syracuse taking on 7th-ranked Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech destroyed Syracuse. It was a little closer. The final score was 41-16. It was a little closer than the score says, but Georgia Tech controlled most of this game. Let's be honest. I'm really high on Georgia Tech. I'm really high on Hayes Kings. I think Georgia Tech's a good football team. I think they're a high contender for the ACC. They're 8-0 and undefeated. Find a way to win football games. Even though Georgia Tech's gotten away with a couple games. Guys, a couple weeks ago they should have lost to Wake Forest. They were down like 19-0 at halftime, or 19-3, and they came back to win. Georgia Tech knows how to win football games. You got to give them credit with that one. Next one, this one, if you're a South Carolina, we're getting to the 3:30 games now. If you're a South Carolina fan, I feel bad for you, my man. If you're watching this game and you're a South Carolina fan, I feel bad for you, man. They should have won this game against Alabama. What a heartbreaker, man. They fumbled the football. Alabama scores, then they fumble the football. Alabama runs in for a touchdown. And just a heartbreaker for South Carolina, man. I thought South Carolina should have won this game. This is not a great look for Alabama because, guys, South Carolina's not a very good team, not going to lie. South Carolina's not good this year at all. So I'm really disappointed in Alabama, but they get the win. That's all that matters. Okay, next game. This result surprised me, guys. This game was actually on the Big Ten Network, which is surprising. But Washington destroys Illinois. That's surprising. I didn't watch much of this game, but that's a surprising result. Washington destroys Illinois, 42-25. I didn't watch a ton of this game, but that's crazy if you ask me. But anyway, guys, let's move on to the next game. 11th-ranked BYU goes on the road and beats Iowa State 41-27. So Iowa State was controlling most of this game in the first half, but then the second half, BYU just went out. They come back and get the win, and BYU's 8-0. I was scared for BYU. I thought they were actually in the first half. I thought they were going to lose, but they get the win against Iowa State, which is a great victory for the Cougars. BYU gets this win here. And next game we're going to talk about, College Game Day was actually in Nashville for this one. 15th-ranked Missouri lost a heartbreaker and a Hail Mary to lose to 10th-ranked Vanderbilt. What a heartbreaker for Missouri, man. That is such a heartbreaker. Such a heartbreaker for Missouri. You can't explain it otherwise. That was such a heartbreaker. Actually, there was questions it was a catch, but heartbreaker for Missouri. Sad for them. But Vandy's I think they're going to make the playoffs. I mean, they got Texas on the road next week. Texas is not a good football team. We're going to talk more about Texas in a minute with their game against Mississippi State. But, guys, Texas is overrated, in my opinion. Like, Arch Manning's not that good. But still a heartbreaker for Missouri. Anyway, Cincinnati destroys Baylor 41-20. Not much to talk about. Baylor's okay, but Cincinnati's good. Cincinnati's a good football team. And then what about this? Texas Tech destroys Oklahoma State 42-0. Shuts them out completely. Texas Tech, really good team. I know they had a bad loss to Arizona State today. Last week. But Oklahoma State's awful, let's be honest. I don't think they should fire McGunney, but Oklahoma State's not a good football team, let's be honest. They get shut out on the road to Texas Tech. Next one, Texas somehow won this game. How does Texas keep on winning? They should have lost this game to Mississippi State today. How? I'm going crazy, guys. How does Texas win? They were down, wasn't it like 38-21 with 9 minutes to go? And they somehow win. I don't get that. Credit the Texans were coming back. I heard Arch Manning got injured. But that's wild. That is crazy. Wild. But Texas finds a way to win. Is Texas good? No. No. They're not making the playoffs this year. I'll tell you that much. No way. And now my team, guys, if you don't know, I'm an Oregon Ducks fan. And we get the win over Wisconsin. It was a really ugly game. This game was really ugly to watch, not going to lie. The weather was terrible. The first half, the weather was terrible, awful. God-awful. Wisconsin, they have no offense. Except for the defense played great. And Wisconsin pretty much has no offense. Pretty much what happened. Wisconsin just doesn't. They have no offense. They really don't. They have no offense. But the weather in this game was absolutely terrible. Dante Moore did get injured. I heard something was wrong with his nose is bleeding. I hope he's returning. I think he will come back because his nose is bleeding. I don't know. I saw him on the sidelines a couple times after he got injured. He looked okay. But I did see him with a bleeding nose, which sucks for him. We do not wish for injuries, so I hope he's okay. But the backup played pretty good, I think. He played all right. But a really ugly game. It got a little better towards the end of the game, but in the third quarter, it was terrible. It was just raining. No offense, really. It was 0-0. We didn't score our first points until under the 2-minute timeout at the second quarter, which is embarrassing. Oregon, my team, was 30-point favorites in this game, and they somehow barely beat Wisconsin. But we only won by 14. A win is a win, so I'm not going to be mad. As an Oregon fan, I'm happy to win, but we need to play a little better. And the offense kind of had a mess-up game after that dominant win last week against Rutgers. That was a great win. Now, Miami destroys Stanford. Look, this game was close in the first half, but Miami just blew them out in the second half. 42-7. Not too much surprisers there. But this result surprised me. Texas A&M. I still think A&M's kind of overrated, not going to lie to you guys. But they go on the road to LSU at night in Death Valley. It win by like 20 points. That's a great win for A&M. Great win for A&M. And I think LSU's also overrated. I mean, LSU hasn't... All the tough teams they played, they've lost. Ole Miss they lost to. They lost to Vandy last week. And they get blown at home at night against A&M. Brian Kelly can't win big games. I'm sorry. Brian Kelly's a good coach, but let's be honest. I mean, I'm not a Brian Kelly hater by any means, but let's be honest. This A&M team, this LSU team, they're just okay. I mean, I think they're going to go probably 7-5, I believe. 7-5. I look at their schedule. I say they go 3-2 the rest of the way. So they go 7-5 or something. LSU's not that great. They're going to be unranked. But a great win for A&M. I'm not going to lie. Great win on the road at night at LSU. I feel LSU's a tough place to play at night, and A&M just went in there and destroyed them. Great win for A&M. Just a fantastic win for Texas A&M. This one surprised Michigan pretty much dominated this game. Michigan State scored a touchdown with 7 seconds left. Who cares? Michigan dominates 31-20. And this was a little closer than I expected, but Louisville destroys Boston College. Boston College is terrible. Louisville wins 38-24. No surprisers there. And then Tennessee, 17th-ranked Tennessee, destroys Kentucky, 56-34. Yeah, not much to talk about in that game either. And then our last game we're talking about, Houston goes on the road to Tempe. It takes down 24th-ranked Arizona State. Arizona State coming off that big win against Texas Tech. And then they just lay an egg. Actually, they were shut out most of this game. ASU did make a late comeback late at home, but it didn't matter. Houston gets the win. Good win for Houston. Houston's a good team. I think Houston's still a contention for the Big 12. Personally, guys, I think the Big 12 is between BYU and Texas Tech. That's just me. Even with Texas Tech getting that loss to ASU last week, it looks a little worse now. But I still think it's Texas Tech and BYU in the Big 12 championship, most likely. But, guys, that's going to do it for the College Football Week 9 recap. Thanks for watching today's video. Have an awesome Sunday morning because it's 3 in the morning when I'm recording this video. You're going to see this video pretty at around 4 in the morning. But, guys, do you like this content? Let me know. Or you think I should just not do this ever again? But I like doing this college football content. Maybe I'll mix it with some political videos. So the political videos aren't going away. I'll still do them. But do you guys like this college football content? I'm an Oregon fan. As a big Ducks fan myself. As a college football fan also. I like doing this content. I also like doing political content. But let me know if you want to see more of these videos. Thanks for watching. As always, have a great night. Peace out. Week 9 recap. More videos out soon. Bye-bye.